No writers group today, or at least I assume there was no writers group today for two reasons. One, it wasn't 100% clear that it was going to be held at the Hungry Sasquatch again. And two, one of the meetup organizers posted that they weren't going to show up, and that's kind of how the last one went. When somebody posted they were going to show up, nobody showed up. And I guess there's a three, in that the Hungry Sasquatch was hosting some sort of an event this evening involving bingo and costumes. And I don't know if a writers group that, for the most part, is not really buying a lot of food and taking up a lot of space while not paying for said space, probably not going to be the best environment. So I just didn't go. But I still got out of the house, and I still went somewhere to go write. I went to the local library. I have to admit, when I first moved to Vancouver, I took some time to go check out that library, and I wasn't a fan. I found it to be, just not great. Had a negative experience with a couple of people there. Not like verbal altercations or anything, but just people seemed rude, and it just wasn't a very welcoming environment. Plus, I didn't really like how it was organized, and I don't know. I think the hours are weird too. It closes at 7, which is great, I guess, but I don't know. I think libraries should be open later, but that's just me. Anyway, since then, I've been going to the library kind of off and on, a few times with Beth, sometimes by myself, and, well, tonight I went by myself. And yeah, I kind of like the library now. Partly because I found their D&D books, which I think it's cool that there's a bunch of D&D books on the library shelves. But, it's just kind of a cool place, and I was able to get myself camped at a table near the top on the 4th floor and sat down to get some writing. Now, I didn't get a lot of writing done on the superhero novel, 285 words-ish. I didn't look at it exactly before I hit save and close my laptop, but I did get some writing done. I actually felt like it was difficult today, and I talked a little bit about this during a live stream where I host monster movies twice a week over on Twitch at twitch.tv/monsterkidradio. Talked a little bit about this there, that I've spent a lot of time over the years celebrating and working on promoting other people's stories, but not really a lot of time on my own. At least not as much as I feel like I need to, if I'm going to be successful at this. Successful meaning making enough money to where this is what I do. So my brain is a little mushy right now. It took me a little while to get to this spot. It took me a little while to get to this spot mentally. I've been on a weird journey for the past couple of weeks, and just kind of working through some garbage up in here, just kind of working through some depression, some regrets, just a bunch of real life stuff that you're not here to hear me talk about. So I'm not going to get too much more into it. But the bottom line is, I've been spending a lot of time looking at all the different stories that I've tried to create and tell and write over the years, and a lot of them are things that I just never finished, like the sword and sorcery stories that I mentioned in the last video. I just never finished them. So I'm trying to decide, where do I focus? Do I finish these unfinished projects? Do I focus on the superhero novel? Heck, I even started writing a new Mark Temple story while I was sitting up there in the library. Only a few sentences in, but it's the start of something, and it could turn into something down the line. Who knows? I just don't know. I don't know where I'm at right now in my writing. I know I need to focus on something and get something finished. So we'll see. What about you? When you have multiple projects calling for your attention, how do you focus? How do you choose which one to work on? How do you decide which one is going to get your attention? I'd love to hear about it down in the comments below. Please do all the YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, thumbs up, and whatever else you're supposed to do on YouTube, so that when a new video goes out, maybe even later this week, if not the weekend, you'll be notified and you'll be able to follow along with my writing journey here at Monster Kid Radio.